Hey everybody, so today I'm going to show you how I draw a female face. We start off very similar to how we drew the male face. I'm going to start with three circles, with one looking straight ahead, and then one looking left, and one looking right. There's a few similarities in the way I go about doing these, but also a few differences. So for the for the jawline, I'm going to do it, it's not going to be as sharp, it's going to be more rounded and come to like a smaller point because the typical female chin's not going to be as broad as the male, and also they're going to have a less thick neck too. And so here, for this one, looking out to the left, I'm going to start with my circle, and I'm kind of going to do a curve down to the chin and then draw the jawline, and I'm going to put the ear in here, even though the ear's probably going to be covered up by hair later. I'm going to go ahead and put it here just to help me line up the face. And so that ear usually sits on where the circle meets the jawline. That's usually how I place it. Alright, I'm going to throw another neck in here. Now I'm going to come to this other circle and do the same thing over here. Start with the jawline down to the chin. Put the ear in again. And the neck. And now when I'm drawing the eyes on these faces, I'm going to do a similar thing to what I did with the male face. I'm going to start with the eye that's closest to the outside. And for the female eyebrows, I'm usually going to do thinner eyebrows than with the male. And the same thing with the noses. They're usually going to be a little bit smaller. Not always, but I will do a little bit smaller noses. Okay, so do the other eyebrow. And also with the eyes, I usually do a thicker outline around the eyes. And they're usually a little bit bigger than the male eyes that I draw too. And that's just to try and emphasize them a little bit more. And one of the ways that I can differentiate my female from male faces is the thickness, the line weight of the eyes, and the size of them. And now for the lips too, I usually don't draw in the lips on males. It's usually just a mouth. And so with the females, I'm gonna draw the lips, and usually the top lip is gonna kind of just be a kind of a thin line, and the bottom part is where I'm gonna make the lips a little thicker. Alright, so now we're going to go back to the other one. We're going to start the same process again. Start with that eyebrow coming from the outside and go into the nose. And again, that's just like what I do on the male face, is just to help line up the eyes. And I usually start the eyebrow around where that nostril is. We go in and do the eyes again. Remember I keep the line weight thicker around the eyes for the females. And now here I'm going to do another mouth. And have it open a little bit. A lot of times when I do these mouths on females and I'll take it to like a finished piece, I'll kind of just ink the upper lip completely black and leave a little bit of it uncolored on the bottom lip, and that's where I'll put some color in there. Alright, so now let's go to the straight on face. I'm going to put the ears in here. Again, even though they're probably going to be covered up by hair, but I just put them in there to help me line up the face. And if I was going to finish piece, I would obviously erase them later or not ink them. But for this, just trying to illustrate this, I'm just going to draw them in there. So I'm going to put the eyes in there. I start with the left eye to the right eye with the eyebrows. We're going to do a smile here. Put the eyes in again with those thicker, thicker outlines. And there we have the female faces. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw some hair on this one just so you can see what I mean, how the ears are going to get covered up. So I'm just going to draw some hair and kind of have it blowing in the wind a little bit. Just doing some curves and shapes. But there you go. Here are the three female faces.